This is the story from the eyes of a Border Force agent.
Written and directed by Sir Chipsy.
They always come at dawn, that grey hour where the sea bleeds into the sky and the horizon looks like the mouth of something ancient. That's when I see them. Shadows bobbing on the water, clinging to boats made of rubber and desperation. The call comes through the radio before I even need it.
Unidentified vessel approaching Dungeon's coastline. Repeat, prepare interception.
Interception. As if we were still intercepting anything. As if we weren't just collecting. I've worked this line for 12 years. Saw my first boat in 2015. Just a whisper of what was coming. Back then, we had questions. Now, we just have vans. I step out onto the beach, boots crunching the shingle, fingers cold around the grip of my flashlight. The others move beside me in silence, routine stripping us of words. The boat arrives, blue, childlike, a floating joke, and from it spills a mass of legs and limbs, soaked in salt and stench and hope. They run sometimes, not far. Their strength leaks out in the surf. Some collapse outright. Others smile like they've already won. A few cry. I don't look at the faces anymore. Just heads, counted like cattle. 32 this time. 2 kids, a baby. The rest? Men, all young, eyes hard, no passports, no names, just another case on the docket. We put them in the vans and drive them off to processing. That's the word we use, processing, not welcoming, not imprisoning, something in between. But I've seen the inside of those facilities, converted hotels, barbed wire budgets dressed up as compassion. They get phones, bikes, 3 square meals. Better than a lot of the ex-squaddies I served with are getting now. But no one talks about that. Back home, my wife's tired of me. Says I come home with sand in my head. I smell of brine and guilt and something else I can't wash out. My son, 14, asked me if the people on the boats were the bad guys. I told him no. But the truth is, I don't know anymore. Some of them maybe. Others just lost. But every time I process another 100 faces, I feel like a dam breaking. It's not the people I fear. It's the numbers, the momentum, the sense that we're not in control anymore. That whatever idea Britain used to be is now something shapeless, something breaking apart under our boots while we're too polite to scream. They tell us not to talk about it. Not in uniform, not online, not even in the pub. But the pubs are filled with whispers now. Some of my old mates from the service talk about the future like a war they're waiting for. It's already started, one said, after 3 pints. Only question is which side you'll be on when it breaks. He wasn't drunk. Not really. I dream of the sea most nights now. Of boats that never stop arriving. Of a beach black with footprints. Of the old flag burning under a foreign sun. And I'm standing there, always standing. Boots buried in the shingle. Torch dead in my hand, watching the tide rise and wondering how long it'll be before it swallows me too. It happened on a Tuesday. Rain slicing sideways across the Kent coast. Cold enough to cut through bone. The drop-off was behind schedule. The hotel in Folkestone was already overflowing. Families packed 3 to a room. Security stripped to 1 tired guard on rotating shifts. I was only there because someone in command thought my experience might help calm the situation. What that meant was, you've seen enough to keep quiet and not ask questions. I was in the lobby, damp from the rain, when the incident started. Raised voices. Not English. A fist slamming into a vending machine. A blur of motion. I was already moving before the second hit. I followed the noise into the common area. He was tall, lean, wet hair clinging to his forehead, shirt half open, eyes wild, but not with fear, with challenge. A young man, 20, maybe 25, something Middle Eastern, Syrian, I'd guess. He stood over the vending machine, glass cracked, jaw tight, muttering in Arabic. "What's the problem?" I asked, voice low. "Neutral. The way we're trained." He turned, his eyes locked onto mine. "You tell me," he said, perfect English, accent faint. "Machine doesn't work, like everything here." "You want snacks?" I asked. "Use your voucher, or wait until mealtime." He laughed, a bitter, hollow sound. "Voucher? You think I came here to eat crisps and sit in this cage?" His voice dropped lower, closer. "I didn't cross the sea for this." He stepped forward, just a little, close enough for his breath to hit my face. Not aggressive, not quite, but defiant. Testing. He knew I couldn't touch him, knew the policy, knew I was the one tied up by rules. "I saw you on the beach," he said suddenly. "You were the one with the torch, watching, like a gravekeeper." I didn't answer. "My brother died in that water," he said, voice colder now. 3 weeks ago, same boat model, rubber joke. You co-swallowed him, you don't even care." I felt something stir in me then, a slow, unwelcome heat. Not anger, not sympathy, something older, a weariness that pressed into the bones. "You think we make the rules?" I said. "You think we chose this?" "I think you like it," he said, pretending to hate us while you follow the orders, doing your job, hiding behind that badge. For a second, just a second, I saw myself in his eyes. A tired man in a rain-soaked uniform, drifting through a role that no longer made sense. Then I saw something else. Contempt. Or maybe pity. And that's when I stepped closer. "Let me tell you something," I whispered. "You're not the first who thought coming here would fix everything. But this place doesn't save people. It breaks them quieter." He didn't flinch, just stared. Then softly, "Then maybe it deserves to be broken." That was it. No blows, no arrests, just silence. I walked away, but I couldn't shake his words. Not in the van ride back. Not through the rest of the week. Not even as I stared out at the beach again the next morning, waiting for the next boat to arrive. I used to believe we were the line, the thin edge between chaos and order. Now I'm not sure there's a line at all. Just sand and tide. And the slow erosion of everything we thought was solid, and voices like his, not shouting, whispering. Maybe it deserves to be broken.
Salagadoola, metricaboola, bibbidi bobbidi.